Okay, Ocean State Running here with Evan Reynolds of Bishop Hendricken, winner of the Class A race. A tight race with Jack McLaughlin of LaSalle Academy, just getting him at the finish, 15:31, I guess, unofficially. But Evan, a great race. I'm guessing you kind of expected it would be between you and Jack today.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was like, you know, for years it's always been me and him, me and him. Even through nationals, you know, we went together. I went individually, he went with his team, and that was really the big showdown. Was just seeing who was going to come out on top, you know, the senior year.
Don't slow down! So take me through this race. You guys neck and neck before you go into the woods, and then you come out, the same thing. What was the pace going into the woods? Were you guys kind of picking it up in there?
Yeah, when we started off, we were kind of like, we were running together with me and Jack, and one of his teammates. We were running all together. When we started around the corner, the first corner going into the woods, it was kind of like we just broke off, started going super fast, and I was in the woods and I asked him, hey, why are we going so fast? It's just you and me. And he's just like, I want this to be a fast race, and I guess he got what he wanted.
So talk about being able to race in this meet. I mean, it was finally, I think, a meet where you could really go all out, because you guys kind of dominated your division again. So talking about being able to come out here and race a Jack like you did today.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like been so kind of, I guess, sad this year, because, you know, I expected that there was going to be all these great meets to go to, invitationals, and I get to race them over and over again throughout the year, have these battles back and forth. And, you know, going to this race, I was so nervous. I mean, even just standing the last 20 minutes before the race, I felt like I had butterflies in my stomach because I was so nervous. I'm like, I don't know what this guy's packing. I don't know what he's got. I had seen some of his times throughout the season, and his dual mates, he was crushing all of them. And while some of my teammates said, oh, they're all flat courses, I didn't really believe them, because you know what, Jack is a great competitor. And I mean, you know, I've always had so much fun racing against him. And, you know, going into this race, I was like, you know what? It's either going to be me or him. You know, we're going to go out there and we're going to give it our best. Show what we're made of. He has the speed, I have the stamina. We'll see what comes out on top.
Yeah, so Evan, talking about the championship season, it seems you always come to race when it gets to the championship season. Last year, third at the state meet, and then qualifying for Nike Nationals with a great finish at the regionals. What is it that gets you, how are you able to shift your attention on this and take away the stress sort of going into a race like this?
You know what, I always just kind of, I have these times when I'll visualize what I want to do, what I'm anticipating on doing. I'll talk with my coaches. I'll make sure that I have a game plan going into it, and I'll have a backup plan that I keep to myself in case that the game plan doesn't go like I expect. Because if you keep all your bases covered, you know, there isn't any real reason to be too nervous. And on top of that, I do feel nervous. It's not a matter of like, if you're going to a race and you don't have an ounce of nervousness, then, you know, you got some sort of chip on your shoulder. You got to expect that you're going to be the best out there. And, you know, on any given day, anybody could beat anybody else. So, you know, it's something I've always kept to myself, that, you know, you gotta be aware of your competitors. You gotta have a game plan. You gotta be prepared to put your all into every race, because, you know, if you give only 50% of your energy to every race, and then you come to the class championship and you think you're just going to blow everybody out of the water because all your previous races have been easy, that's not true. That just means that in those ones you were dogging it, and all these future ones, you know, other people are going to be having the expectation that you're crap. So you gotta go into it, be strong, be confident, but moreover, you know, keep it in the back of your head that, you know, people can be holding back too during the previous races.
So Evan, the last 400 meters, you guys are like right there, right with each other. What was going through your mind at that point, especially when you came down, well, I think the last 150 meter stretch, knowing it's going to be an all-out sprint?
Yeah.
What was going through your head at that point?
Well, honestly, in my head, I'm like thinking to myself, man, it's come down to this. I knew that my game plan had gone flawlessly. I've been telling myself, just hold back, don't go out, don't make a fool of myself. You gotta hold back, let him do the work. And at the end, you know, I'm coming down that last stretch, and I'm kind of being like, hey, you know what? I got a cramp. I feel tired, but that doesn't mean that I'm just going to give up. I'm going to continue. I'm going to put that all out there. I'm going to give it every little bit that I got left, because if I don't, I'm going to regret that for the rest of my life. This isn't states yet, but what I do here today, it's going to have that psychological effect all for the rest of the week into next week.
Absolutely. So next week, like you said, the state meet, it's going to be a tight race, and Jack's going to probably want revenge, and you also got a talented field next week. You were third last year, so what are we looking at next week? What do you think you need to do to come out on top?
Well, honestly, it's going to be hopefully a similar event to today. I gotta make sure that right now I'm just getting my sleep, eating, trying to keep the stress down, because if I'm worrying too much, then heck, what am I going to do next week? I'm going to keep up my training, of course, and you know what? Just going to keep on dreaming, visualizing how this is going to go, and it's just going to be me and Jack again. Maybe we'll throw in a couple other kids, but for the most part, heck, we'll just try it, duke it out again.
Well, Evan, congratulations today. Great effort today, and good luck next week. Good job.
All right, thank you.